court's decision to free Kanu cannot be the only criteria to determine if the federal government will free him. Malami, welcome to the news. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. The federal government of Nigeria has explained why it is not yet ready to let Nnamdi Kanu out of detention, despite a court ruling asking Nigeria to return the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra to Kenya and pay him 500 million as compensation. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, has said that the court's decision to free Nnamdi Kanu cannot be the only criteria and basics for determining whether Nnamdi Kanu is entitled to be released from the custody of security operatives. According to Malami, Nigerians should understand that a release or not to release Nnamdi Kanu is a function of law and the rule of law for that matter. He explained that to release Nnamdi Kanu, 4 things must be looked at. Malami said, first, you look at the rule of law. 2, you look at the public and the national interest. 3, you look at the security situation. 4, you look at the international diplomacy. Malami maintained that all things mentioned above must be looked on before deciding whether Nnamdi Kanu should be released or not. Malami went on to say that Nnamdi Kanu's victory at the law court is just succeeding in one case as against multiple others that are impending, and as such cannot be only basis and criteria for determining whether Nnamdi Kanu is entitled to be released or not. So all this naturally come into play to determine what to do. So if you have through judicial processes established multiple cases of treason, homicide, bail jumping among others, the fact that you have indeed succeeded in case as simple as against multiple others that are pending goes to establish the fact that that case cannot be the only basis and criteria for determining whether you are entitled to be released or not. What is he saying? What exactly is he saying? Now, wow. So he's saying now that he should not be. Just look at the headline of this news. Let me read it again so you understand where I'm coming from. The court decision to free Kanu cannot be the only criteria to determine if the FG to free him. And if you can remember, this is the same FG that the leaders of the southeast region actually went to, the president and told him to let him settle out of court, let him have a how did they even speak the English that day? A political solution about it. And they're like, no. Let them what's it called? Let them go challenge the court for Supreme Court. I mean, that he does not want to interfere. The president, told him that, okay, I'm going to look into it. Only for, after they have gotten there, they said he doesn't want to interfere with the judiciary. And now the judiciary don't give law. You don't want to obey it. No be be that. This man is a funny son. If courts alone cannot determine his release, why did you take him to court? That means going to court is a waste of time. Exactly. The federal government will be telling the citizens to be law-abiding, but they refuse to obey court order. Bunch of irrationalists. Okay. The Attorney General of the Federation show us a primary and secondary school certificate, so your load is getting too much. It's not funny, I'm telling you people. Malami's committed judgment abortion. This is the first time that a free competent judge of jurisdiction in Nigeria gave the judgment, and the Attorney General of the Federation will disobey. That is contempt. Nothing will still happen. Nigeria is a lawless country. I understand so. After all the whole, they no go play along. They no go allow things be. Despite all the whole things. Okay. This man deserves a public. Oh goodness. What I don't understand is the reason these Igbo youths can never come up with useful opinion and suggestion that can help Kanu from his current predicament, only to cause insult and abuse the authorities in charge of his case. I pity all of them. Please, who made him the minister? What do you expect from someone Buhari made minister? You think he was going to join him and, what's it called? He knows now. asking who made him minister. Was it not Buhari? He knows all those things are going to come up. Why do you think most of the people who are in various different powerful positions in this sitting administration are all Northerners? Why do you think so? Huh? Why do you think so? Okay, the Nigerians agree that there is nothing like democratic rule in Nigeria and the Fulani controlled government to an extent. Malami, you do not have any other option than to free Kanu. You are now the president of Nigeria. I don't understand. Free Kanu and be free. For me, this issue is beyond court, but tribe against tribe, north against southeast. Well, let us not go that way. We could not go take them like that, because I want to believe it's going to be all the whole northerners agree with waiting they happen for southeastern region. Stop saying north. It is Fulani against the rest of the indigenous Nigerians. Apart from the courts, they also use the terrorists and bandits to kill Nigerians. To an extent, you are correct. Is this man truly a son? He doesn't even talk like an ordinary lawyer. What baseless argument is this? All 4 points above are against you. The federal government has been releasing and rehabilitating terrorists and bandits. Exactly, my brother. Exactly. My own is at the end of the day, let them make sure that this particular incident, this incident, let them make sure that something is done about it. And let them release that man. Else, more problem will come outside. Yaba go gas for their head, and they will not know how to go about it. Okay. All right. Malami, you don't have any other option than to free Kanu. Oh, okay. I think I've said this before. When the Igbo elders went to beg the president, if I heard him correctly, he said the court will decide, overlooking their own lawlessness. The court has decided in favor of Kanu. Exactly what I've been saying. The Igbo should go to the president and negotiate his release. Wow. I've always heard right from childhood that the judiciary is the last hope of a common man. When a court is pronounced guilty, he goes to jail until another higher court rules otherwise. And if it releases an accuser, he is free in the same manner. But it appears the Honorable Minister has introduced other means of determining guilt and innocence aside the judiciary. I hope our law students will not get confused about this new concept of law that uses common sense other than law. Okay? We are the problems of ourselves. Why calling him Honorable Minister? What is honorable about him? Alright, Malami Abubakar, laws can never mix with democracy. You failed. All you did was the abduction of Kanu because he did not go through with the right pursue any jargon law. I don't understand. Well, my own is Malami. Then they set this country ablaze with what they are doing. They keep filling the flames and it's not good for us. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy.